If you're anything like me, you've spent a lot of time playing the Tony Hawk Pro Skater franchise. It has a million iterations nowadays, and they've had their fair share of failures, but there's no denying the impact they had on gaming in the early 2000s. The music, intuitive gameplay, and creative levels made these games instant hits and money-making machines. Heck, I've clocked in more hours on Underground than possibly any other PS2 game. But what about the other extreme sports games? You could argue that many of these games were influenced by the Tony Hawk series, and a lot of them weren't. I mean, why try to change a working model? These 5 games, however, stuck out in my mind by going above and beyond the call of Hawk. They either tried something different or at least had a lasting impression on me from childhood. So here's my list of the top 5 extreme sports games that aren't Tony Hawk games. Non-Tony Hawk sports. Extreme. You get the idea.
5.
Airblade. Well, it's kind of a hidden gem nowadays. This is the game that made me want a PS2 more than anything else. I remember playing this in Best Buy and thinking it was the coolest thing that could ever be in a video game. You fly on a hoverboard, not unlike Back to the Future 2. And maybe it's just my hopefulness, but I still want this to be a reality, and not a fake ad with cranes. Tony Hawk. Looking back, it's actually a pretty bad game, but the concept sold me on one of my favorite systems growing up.
4.
Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX 2. I remember getting this game and not being into it initially. I thought BMX was lame compared to skateboarding, and the game was just a Tony Hawk clone with a bike instead of a piece of plywood between your legs. I wasn't wrong, but the more I played this game, I really liked it. It took cues from the Tony Hawk games with good controls, interesting levels, great music. I think I liked it even more because you could play in Portland, Oregon, which is where I grew up. Oh yeah, this is exactly what Portland looks like. Voodoo Donuts is right over there between the trees and the river. I mean, come on! We like nature, but this is just ridiculous.
3.
Ski Free. Now I know this is a little bit of a stretch, but you can't deny you spent hours playing this game growing up. As simple as it is, there's a lot to do in this little game. You can do slalom or freestyle depending on what mood you're in. You can make dogs pee, catch trees on fire, and of course try to outrun the abominable snowman. Forget Dead Space, man, this was absolutely horrifying when I saw this for the first time. I never was successful, but I always thought you could outrun this guy. Wait, what? You could just press the F key and you go faster? How did I not know this until now? Everything I know is a lie. It's so beautiful. So beautiful.
2.
The Skate series. EA decided to get in on this skating action in 2007 and made a rival to the massive Hawk franchise. The Skate games decided to switch up the controls, and instead of pressing buttons to do tricks, you'd flick the control stick in certain direction. It was supposed to feel more fluid and realistic. While pressing up square 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 doesn't feel like doing a triple impossible in real life, it doesn't feel right in the new Skate mechanics either. It could be that I was just too used to the Tony Hawk games, but Skate did do a valiant effort in trying to make a fresh new series. The best part was trying to break as many bones in your body as you could and rack up points for hurting yourself. It felt like Burnout Revenge when the goal was to cause as much mayhem as possible. This was definitely an original idea, and I loved every minute of it.
1.
$10.80 snowboarding. Oh yeah, I loved this game as a kid. There was nothing quite like flying through a snowy mountain at top speed, or trying and failing to do tricks on a half-pipe in 1080. While it probably doesn't hold up in today's standards, it definitely hits me right in the nostalgia. This game taught me geometry for Pete's sake. 180, 360, 540, 720, 900, and the 1080, 3 full spins. The ironic thing is I remember trying to land a 1080 and never was able to do it. This is the button combo to do one. Like seriously? How could anyone do that? I saw it done in the opening sequence and I tried over and over but could never pull it off. Regardless, it's a very fun and memorable game even though it lacked in the variety department. It still makes me remember the good old days when I would finish my homework and go escape into a different world where I could own the slopes. That's the real reason these games are so great. They made me think I was actually good at sports instead of some fat kid eating Doritos in my bed. Now you probably have some other favorite extreme sports games, so put those in the comment section below. I'm snomaN and thanks for watching. Check out these other videos before you go. You could subscribe for all sorts of other gaming content on this channel as well. I'll see you guys later.